You know what the best thing about getting 20 views per video is? That I can say whatever I want right here, right now, and have zero consequences. A 0% chance of getting cancelled for my opinions, because none of you are even subscribed to me. I can just straight up say that Herobrine's my alcoholic uncle, or that the Minecraft world is actually hexagonal, and that all of you cube worlders have fallen for the illager propaganda and face literally zero consequences. Truth be told, Minecraft's community is pretty divided, as you'd expect for a game that's nearly 20 years old. I mean, rabbits feel like a new addition to me, despite there being Minecraft players that were born after the rabbit was added to the game. Oh my god, the rabbit was added 11 years ago. An 11-year-old feature feels new to me. I can feel my hair graying in real time. So, where shall we begin? How about old versus new textures? And let me be clear, I don't hate the new textures. I just think that they should have only updated like half of them. Because for every glass or netherrack texture, there was a cactus or a wheat texture change. And before you say that it's not realistic, neither are giant bees or spiders. It's a fantasy game. Your end goal is to kill a dragon in another dimension. Off-color wheat is not something that should even be considered. If anything, my biggest gripe with the new textures is that all of them look really blurry. Look at the old textures for example, and then the new ones. The difference is jarring and not in a good way. If I wanted to see blurry textures, I'd just take my glasses off. Undersight is the worst offender of this lineup, to be honest. Look at this texture, it looks like grey wool.
Just use a texture pack, dude. It's not hard to revert to old textures.
Wait, where did you even come from?
I'm a proxy for the audience. Don't think about it too much.
Alright then. Well yes, you could 100% just use a texture pack to revert the changes, but it makes the players jump through unnecessary hoops in order to get to something that they already had to begin with. Slowly changing the art style of the game one texture at a time, while removing old ones, I'm looking at you zombified piglin, will just alienate old fans while not being all that effective at capturing a new audience, since no matter what you do, Minecraft will still look like a 2010 game. The new animal textures I have no problem with. In fact, I think they're a great addition because they add new variants, while keeping the old textures in the game. It's an additive change, not a destructive one, which is what matters to me most as an old fan. The next controversial opinion I have is that Minecraft players aren't entitled for having expectations from Mojang and how they update the game. I'm sorry, but I've seen way too many people call Minecraft players entitled simply for the fact we have an expectation for the quality of an update and expect it to add to the game instead of harming it. The main point that's brought up when this topic is mentioned is that we get free updates to the game while they could be charging players for new content. Which is 100% a cope, because if Microsoft did decide to make paid updates, two things would happen. One would be that the player base would start downloading more mods to compensate for the lack of updates, and after that the game would truly and fully die, as a casual player base would simply get bored of the stagnation of content and stop playing, killing the game completely. The reason we get free updates isn't out of the kindness of Mojang's heart, but because the content updates keep players engaged with the game, leading to extra sales on other parts of the brand like the marketplace, or Minecraft merch, or even movie tickets. It's a marketing strategy and it shouldn't be mistaken for anything but that. The Giga Corporation isn't your friend no matter how friend-shaped it is. Some Reddit posts I've found on this topic have also aged pretty badly, like this one for example.
There are 0 microtransactions. I guarantee that most of you hate the guts of game companies which participate in the heinous scheme known as microtransactions. I've seen people joke about how Minecraft would be like if Microsoft had full control over it. Please pay 20 Microsoft points in order to gain access to caves below Y32. Please pay $19.99 in order to gain access to generated structures in-game. You could imagine how cancerous this would be if implemented. Game devs often withhold special/cosmetic features from the game, which can be earned back by doing arduous but possibly time-wasting grinding for hours on end with little reward.
So yeah, that post was from 7 years ago, and year by year the points made there become increasingly wrong and harder to defend. Almost as if the fans have a right to be concerned about Microsoft's business practices. Maybe that post was too old. How about we explore a newer one? Like the one from 3 years ago, saying the exact same thing as the last one, but also calling the game polished as if Bedrock doesn't exist. God, with all this coughing, you'd think I'd be going down with that Art Morgan, that tuberculosis. But even 3 years might be too far back in the eyes of some of you. So let's take a post from 8 months ago, once again calling the Minecraft community spoiled for expecting larger and more frequent updates. In my opinion, the issue isn't the quantity or frequency of the updates, as much as their quality. Yes, the quality, no matter how much people want to claim the new updates are polished and more thought out, I think different. The newer updates are well thought out with a focus on lore, sure, but gameplay wise, they are incredibly bland, at least compared to older updates. But why might that be? Is it because Mojang has lost their touch? Or that they are lazy? Of course not. What most people forget is that the time period that those slow updates came out during the pandemic. Of course the quality of the updates and the game would suffer. The fact that everyone was locked inside with nothing to do but play the game also exasperated the feeling that the game was updating at a snail's pace. Ha! Got you, you son of a gun! That was a close one. That was a close one, everybody. I got the snail. We're good. And while I can excuse the cave update, I can't excuse other updates since Microsoft took over the development of the game. Like the 1.9 update that came after a full year without a single game update, or the plethora of minor updates masquerading as major ones. Updates like 1.10, 1.12, 1.15, and even 1.20 to some degree. All 4 of these updates could have easily been condensed into a single update and nobody would bat an eye. Players complain about no new content being added, because the content that is added has no significance to the game's gameplay loop, serving as background noise rather than core gameplay mechanics. Archaeology, while interesting lore-wise, has no bearing on how you interact with the world, and the rewards it gives you are not that exciting, either being items that you can easily get using other methods or bland decoration items. On the other hand, 2024 was a great year for Minecraft updates, with interesting mobs, dungeons and biomes. Honestly, Tricky Trials and the Garden Awakens are a return to form for Minecraft updates, adding items that change how you interact with the world, while not changing the feel of the game. Dare I even say that the creaking feels like a mob that would be added into old Minecraft. It somehow feels OG despite being brand new. I just hope the game drop updates follow this method of adding new content instead of just bringing us new wood types and reskins for already existing mobs. Right now I'm feeling optimistic with the additions of the Happygast and Copper Golem, and I have my fingers crossed that the following updates will be just as good. Which brings us to the final hot take of this video. Well, takes, plural, but they all fall under the new versus old Minecraft umbrella. As you might have guessed, I like old Minecraft. And I think that 1.9 was a 9.11 level event for the game, let's say. Because in a sense it was. After 1.9, the community was splintered and the game started losing relevance. So much relevance, in fact, that based on Google Trends, it dropped to nearly half its player base in the following years. Now, I'm not saying that the game died due to the combat update and because needlessly changing existing features that worked just fine was a bad idea, but the coincidence is definitely worth pointing out. The game kept slowly dying until the 1.13 update was released, which marked the start of the Minecraft revival era, an era defined by deconstructing what Minecraft is and attempting to bring it into the modern gaming scene, with actions like discontinuing the console edition of the game, and forcing all Minecraft players except for Java ones into a mandatory move to Bedrock Edition, the version that contained the Minecraft Marketplace, the version that added paid skins and maps to the game. But I won't talk much about that because the opinions on the topic are pretty unanimous. The Marketplace is bad, but it's a necessary evil to satisfy our dark overlord Microsoft corporate's lust for money. Around the same time, the new texture update also popped up, which was a big point of contention in the community, and in my opinion was unneeded, with the exception of a couple textures of course. But the overall texture overhaul felt a bit much and like Mojang wanted to completely transform the game into something new. A trend that they continue to follow with each update, slowly changing old features instead of adding new ones. And I'm not some kind of Minecraft traditionalist, you need to trust me on this one. I have no issue with dog or pig skins. My issue with Mojang is changing the whole look of zombie pigmen to accommodate a new pig enemy they just added, or changing all textures for something that feels subpar or lacking in character.
They even turned the frogs into magma eaters. Turn the freaking frogs into magma eaters. And they are replacing the pig men with pig limbs. Wake up, Sheeple. Next they'll replace you, the player. They'll just have an AI play your character. A friend of mine that works at Mojang told me, a trusted source.
Conspiracy rant aside, I do genuinely believe that changing already existing features is a bad precedent to set, and something that will make the game unrecognizable in a decade or two. And while you might be done with these changes right now, because you are new to the game and have only experienced the new features, a time will come where you'll be in my position, as you'll see the game that you used to remember slowly being morphed into something else. I feel like Minecraft shouldn't change its core features for the sake of modernity. Let the game show its age, and if it dies, let it. Let it fade away, leaving fond memories behind, instead of warping and twisting it until it becomes unrecognizable. That's a far worse fate than death. Here's a hypothetical. In 30 years, when every feature of the original build of Minecraft would have been replaced, meaning that nothing of the original game remains in the same form, would that still be Minecraft? Would it still be the same game, or would it be a completely new game? Minecraft 2.0 perhaps? Minecraft of Theseus even? Minecraft the Theseus update? No matter what you call it, destructive updating and an obsession of perfecting something that many already see as perfect will only cause problems for Mojang in the community in the long run. At least that's my opinion. Thank you all for watching, and if you'd like more videos from me, how about you check out this video on Flash game nostalgia, or this one where I rank how realistic the modern Deus Ex games are.